just all of a sudden, like, you didn't even, like, give a warning, Selton.
He counted us in.
Yeah, silently. Oh, my God.
And we're on.
Guys,
Back to you.
I'm actually the comfiest girl in the world right now. I have my heating pad on my back, on my lower back. I have my pregnancy pillow. I'm not pregnant. Like, things couldn't be better, except for things could be better because
Let's not get into it yet.
Yeah.
So, Hefties, how are you guys doing out
How are
there?
you guys feeling?
Let us
Morale is
know.
low.
But this weekend it has gotten a little bit higher. We once again had people in town visiting. Our Faja was here.
Our dad. Why did you say that like that?
Faja, father, dad. What's dad's name in your phone?
Daddy.
Same. Mine's daddy. And he like called me and people were like,
Yeah.
why you
Okay. I saw TikTok and I pushed repost so damn fast because it was girl and it was just like the words and it was like, sorry you had a bad childhood, but I call my dad daddy and that's fine. Like, I'm allowed to do that. Sorry, like you don't have a good relationship with your
does he
dad.
not bring up?
Sorry.
It makes me think of the story that you told where you said at the family dinner table, he's not my
Okay,
father,
okay,
but he's
okay.
my daddy. But our dad was in town, and then my boyfriend's brother and his fiance came to visit. So we had a full house, and for once, Gabi hosted somebody at her apartment.
Why did you say it like that?
Because normally when people come to visit, they always stay at my place, and it's a lot of
Ethan and Nicole just stayed at my house.
yeah, because those are like your friends. But like if our parents are in town or our siblings,
Okay, but who has more bedrooms? Who has more room to host?
okay, me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm starting the
But this-
episode by villainizing me right now.
But the thing is, like,
You
normally
have-
dad would stay on my couch, but this time I'm like, you know what? He can stay at Gabby's. How was it? Do you
It
like
was
hosting?
awesome.
You like hosting?
It's just a little crammed in here. Like there's a lot of furniture in that other room, so it's like when I put the bed up, it's like you can't really walk. But I'm like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. You know what I mean?
No, we had a great time. We went to Universal with Selden's brother and his fiance, and it brought back a lot of bad memories
For you.
for me. Selton, I don't know when this was, like pretty early on in dating. We were doing long distance, and I asked him what he wanted for his birthday. I'm thinking he's gonna say like a sweatshirt or something. He's like, I really want to go to Universal. I'm like, okay, well, we can make that happen. So I bought us these like VIP tour tickets, and pretty much you're like with a small group of people, and you get brought around the park all day long. They like have your lunch for you. You have like breakfast. It's honestly a pretty good setup. And we get to the Harry Potter ride, and it's like, have you ever ridden the Harry Potter ride?
Yes, many
It's-
times.
Yeah, it's like almost like a treadmill. When you get on to go onto the ride, like it doesn't stop ever. Like it's moving. So like you're at the bottom it's like a treadmill. So you get onto it and then you get to your seat, you pull it down. They're checking you really quickly and then they send you off. Like it's very chaotic. So we get to the front of the line. Actually, we get brought to the front of the line because with the tour, you didn't have to wait. So they bring our group on, and I go on the treadmill. I'm sitting down and I'm pulling the latch down, and it's like not latching.
When is it gonna be my turn to talk?
You're doing such a good job listening.
Like,
And I'm pulling the thing down to get it to lock, and it's like not locking. And I'm like, Sultan, it's like, it's not fitting, whatever. And the people come over and they're like, pull really hard, like pull as hard as you can. They're like, and I'm like, okay. And they're not helping me get into it, because this same thing happened to my dad at the Harry Potter ride in Orlando, and he didn't fit on the ride, so he didn't get to ride it
no, he ended up fitting.
later on in the day.
Yeah,
but the
we came
first
back.
time he tried to get on,
Right.
and I remember the people helping him like push it. So I'm telling the ride lady, I'm like, push me in, like come up and push the strap down on me. She's like, oh, I can't do that. You have to pull it yourself. I'm like, well, that's not going to work. So they're like, get up, get up, get up. So they make me and Sultan get up off the ride, and I'm like mortified. I'm thinking like, I just did not fit in this ride. This guy that I'm like newly dating is going to be like, who is this fat girl? Like, I just thought he was going to be like, I thought my relationship was over. I'm like, the Harry Potter ride is the worst thing to ever happen to me. So then they pull us, like, follow us. and they pull us into this room. Like all of a sudden we like pop up in this room and another guy comes in and the room was like so weird. Like it was like all stainless steel walls. I feel like there's going to be big girls who are listening to this who are going to be commenting like, I know
Been
the
there,
room.
done it.
And this guy comes in and he goes, do you know why you didn't get to ride the ride?
Because I was too big.
I'm like, yeah, I didn't fit. Like I was so
He
embarrassed.
said,
Like,
was I too big? Yes or no?
was that too hefty?
Yes or no? Just tell me.
And then another person comes in and it's like, wait, come with me. Takes me and Sultan, pulls us back around in the line. We're like, excuse me, cutting through people.
Were you like confused at this point? Like, what is going on?
I'm just like, let
where
me
are we?
go. Like I
Like, just
don't-
say like, oh, you're not gonna
You didn't
fit in this
fit,
right,
like,
and
you
then
can't-
let us go.
and let us leave, okay? But the thing is, everybody else in our tour group saw all this happen. So they're all on the ride and we have to spend the rest of the day with them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, not only did he see this, but now these people are seeing it. So the guy takes us back to the test seat because there's like a test seat in line. He's like, okay, sit down. If the light turns green, that just means you like pull really hard, you can ride it. I'm like, okay. So I'm like pulling the strap down onto me and the light's like barely flickering green. It's like,
I almost got it.
and he's like,
Try
it's up to you. Like,
again.
do you want to try? Like, do you want to pull? And someone's like, come on, like, I want to ride it. Like, you got this. Like, we can do it. And I'm like, okay, here's the game plan. I'm going to sit down. You're going to push the thing onto me to help me get it on. And then you sit down really fast and pull it. So we end up,
This is a 20-minute story, bruh.
it is, but it was really life-changing for me. I
It's
got
like
on.
you guys need every detail.
They do. We got on. I pulled the thing down. I end up fitting. I am like holding back tears the whole time. Like I didn't even enjoy the ride.
Aw.
Like I was like, this is the most embarrassing moment of my life.
Mm.
We get off the ride to end the story. I know Gabi can't handle listening to it one more second. My gosh.
I've just heard it like 7 times. That's why.
We get off the ride and I'm like, oh guys, like thanks for waiting. Like, you know, because the tour guide who was like leading all of us saw what was happening.
You're like, sorry, they gave me a weird.
The
They
skinniest
gave me a weird chair. Like, sorry guys. Like, I don't know. They gave me like a faulty chair. Like, I tried again.
I don't know what
Sorry, I
happened.
don't know. That was weird.
And the tour guide, who is like so tall, so skinny, he goes to me. Happens to me all the time.
Aw, and see, that's sweet.
No, I'm like, stop. Like,
sweet.
just stop. Everybody stop looking at me. Like, let's go to the next ride. Like,
I'm
please.
like, what happened back there, Emma?
Did you guys see that?
What did you guys see? What's going on? What is Emma? What's going on? That's what I would have done in that situation.
No, and we like got out, and Sultan was like, he was like, I don't know what you said. Something like, are you okay? And I was like, I don't want to talk about it right now. And I put my sunglasses on and was like, we cannot talk about this. Whatever. But hey, we're still dating. He still likes me. And this year at Universal with his brother and sister, I was like,
Your guys' relationship standed the test of the Harry Potter.
I did. We survived it. And we were stronger because of
for
it. And I asked him later on, I'm like, were you like so embarrassed? He was like, no. I was thinking, we're going to get her on this thing.
One way or another.
And I'm like, okay, he's a keeper.
Can we?
So-
But did you have a good time with Sultan's family?
It was
at
so nice.
Universal?
I feel like people who do long distance, maybe you guys can relate to this, but it's really hard to like make a connection with your partner's family when you start long distance, because when you're traveling to see each other, that's all you're doing. It's like you take time off to go see each other, and like that's
You're
kind
not
of
like
it.
hanging with their family all the time, like as if you lived in the same city.
Yeah. Or like when the family visits, you would see them.
Right.
So it was really nice to like have that like quality time, like just us with them. And like I really, really like Sultan's brother's fiance, because that's like these are the people we're going to be spending
Right.
all the holidays with. Just like
Right.
you're going to be spending all the holidays with Sultan.
Right.
Moving forward.
Right. Right.
And when you get a boyfriend or girlfriend, I'm going to have to
Right.
really like them,
Okay.
because I'm going to have to spend a lot of time with him. So I really like his brother's girlfriend.
Okay. This is all what I want to talk about.
Okay, go ahead, Gabi.
The fact that Zach, our brother, is getting fired from the podcast. Literally.
Well,
So Zach, our oldest brother, is the one who like edits this podcast for us. Bruh. And Zach, I know you're going to see this because you're going to be editing these clips too and keep this shit in. The list of things we tell him to cut out, and you guys have probably caught this in past episodes. We will verbally say, oh yeah, Zach, cut this out. And you guess what makes the cut? Us saying, Zach, cut this out. He doesn't cut the clips out that we're telling him to clip out. I'm like, you're You have 30 minutes, Zach, and you have 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
I just wanted to send that threat through via this podcast to Zach.
No, this is what happened last
Tighten up, Zach.
Last
Tighten up.
week, we like go through every episode and we write down like, okay, from second 30 seconds to second 35, cut that out because we were like lollygagging. There was a section last week where me and Gabi were talking to Selton for a long time
and we were in the thought of like, oh, we're gonna cut this out anyway. I have to ask Selton a question, whatever. And we like put on the list of things, okay, cut this section out. Zach comes back and he's like, guys, I figured out, because Selton doesn't have a mic, I figured out how to raise Selton's voice so you guys can hear what he's saying.
and I kept
I'm like,
it in.
we literally pushed you to cut that part out. Like, he's like, no.
You need to cut
no.
it. Do you know that song? Do you know that song?
Emma, please. Enough from you. Also, I wanted to know, when are the like edits of us like gonna start? Like, do you know what clip farming is?
Yep.
Have you heard of clip farming before?
Yeah, because you post every single one that people make of you.
No. Have you ever heard of the phrase clip farming?
No.
Clip farming is like streamers or like podcasters. It's like they'll like do something in the hopes of someone's gonna like take
Clip
an edit, clip it and like make a, so it's like you're kind of like setting each other up like for a clip. Like you say something that you know is gonna get like,
Well,
clipped.
I thought people like who are on stream, they'll be like, clip this, clip this.
yeah, same thing.
I thought
It's the
there's-
same kind of thing.
I thought they were
It's like
saying that to
you're-
an editor. No, they're saying it to their followers.
Yeah.
Hey guys, clip this.
Hey, clip this. I'm like, do you guys need more content of like me looking gorgeous and hot, or like what's the deal?
Somebody did comment
Someone,
on I like posted a video of throwing Gabi like a drink down because our backyards like match up to each other. So my balcony looks down on her backyard. And I
so I'm
posted
like,
a video
Emma,
last
throw me
week
down some.
throwing down some coffee. And I think you had on like a bra and sweatpants or something. And somebody commented and was like, oh, your sister's body is tea.
Yes. More bodies tea comments really welcomed in the comment section of this, like, and really anywhere in my DMs.
I'm trying to think what kind of
the
comments do I
comment
like.
section of my Instagram, like really anywhere it's welcomed and it's actually encouraged as well. So just
What do I
throw it
want
out
people to
there,
comment about
guys.
me?
Her body tea.
No, I
Someone
don't-
said
I know I'm
her
not
body
getting that
coffee.
comment.
I'm like,
What does that mean?
I don't
Coffee?
know. Her body cold coffee. Her body lukewarm coffee that's been sitting on your counter all day that you didn't finish.
That's what they're gonna say about it.
No.
No, nobody's gonna comment on my body because then they're gonna.
No,
be-
I wasn't saying that about your body. That's not what I was saying, guys. That's not what I was saying.
Yeah,
they're gonna
Gabi-
think I'm like, no. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about myself.
This week I sent Selton this. I feel like this is probably a very normal thing that people do in relationships. You like see something that you want your partner to do, like in a video.
You send them a video.
And you send them the video, hoping in hopes that they'll do that. So there was this video, and I've seen it for like a few times now. And it's this guy, and it's like how I take care of my girl when she's on her period. He's like, day one, you make her a steak. It really helps with your iron levels, whatever. It's like day two, you get them flowers, whatever.
Yes.
All these things. So I sent it to Selton.
bare minimum. That's bare minimum.
And we're in the car the next day, and he randomly goes, do you even like steak? I'm like, no.
On day one of my period, I might though.
I'm like, actually, no, I don't. And I'm like, that's me. I'm like asking him to do these things for me, but I don't even, I'm like, if he made me a steak, I probably wouldn't even eat it.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
I don't like steak like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Korean
Well, maybe
short
we can
rib?
just try it out
It's
next.
Korean short rib steak.
No. It's ribs.
It's beef.
Yeah.
What's steak made of?
So
I see. I
Eh.
see.
anything noteworthy happened to you this week, Gabi?
A lot happened this week. Well, okay. First of all, I was in Nashville, Tennessee this week for 2 days because I went to go see Miss Billie Eilish, my girlfriend. Yes, we're dating. Yes, the rumors are true. Me and Billie are in a relationship. And I went with my little cousin Stella. She's 14 years old and she's the cutest little girl ever. And she was just pretty much like, I have an extra ticket. Like, my mom doesn't really want to go. Do you want to go with me? I'm like, well, yes, of course. So I was in Nashville, Tennessee on election day, which day after election day, which is
Result
like
day.
crazy place to be.
In the South.
You know what I mean? If you're catching my vibe. So that was actually honestly, that was a memory that I will remember for the rest of my life.
What, being in Nashville?
Not even a good or bad connotation, just like that election I'll remember for the rest of my life. I think everybody will. But just the day after, and then us going to the Billy concert, and it was actually just like the most powerful emotional concert I think I've ever been to. And I'm not even like an emotional person whatsoever, but I was like crying my little heart out at that concert.
You
and
cried?
Like, oh yeah. It was just, and it was like everybody else in the entire arena. It was like we were all on the same exact like wavelength. That felt
like we all just went through this together.
Like we're all, and it was just like a whole stadium full of like young girls, because her fan base is like all young girls. So it was just, I don't know, it was very, very crazy.
Very
and she
sad
sang,
day.
yeah. But in a weird way, it was kind of like nice to have that experience, being in the like place of like everybody's on the same wavelength of like, this is a sad day, and like a lot of Billy's songs like,
which is
kind of
surprising
pertain
that like
to
that in
what was
Nashville
happening.
though that was like that.
And that was the day that, I know, I kind of thought that like maybe because we were in Nashville, that the crowd would be like disrespectful or like boo her if she was going to say something about Trump, but it's like all young girls, so it's like we're all in this
I do
together.
wonder that too, like how things, I don't know if it's like because we're getting older and we're like more aware of government and the impact that it has on our lives,
right?
Or if it was just like this was truly an like crazy election year.
I think both.
I don't know what it is, but I am like so curious to see as the younger people come up into voting, like the people that like are like 15, 16 that like would be at the Billie Eilish concert, like it feels like the younger generation will vote so differently from the older generation. And I don't know if that's just like how it always has been or what, or like how that, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I'm interested to see how things work, but
I literally like actually the day when we woke up and saw the results, I like actually felt like sick to my stomach.
Same.
Like I was like, wait, is this like for real? Like I 110% like in my bones was like, oh, Kamala's gonna win. Like, are we even what are we even talking about? And when it came out, I was like,
yeah,
what? Like my heart literally sunk, and it was like that for like a solid 2 days.
Yeah, no, for sure. I
also have a very serious problem and addiction and obsession with Miss Billie Eilish, obviously. So I've seen her in concert probably like 10 times at this point. And it's like every time I go and see her in person, it's like the next like week, like I am in a deep depression. Like it's not even funny. Like it is exciting, but it's like the post-concert depression. Like I have it like intensely.
Really?
Yes. I'm like it's a weird feeling because you feel so attached to this person. You love them so much. And then you're in an arena with like thousands of other people who feel the exact same way. And it's like, oh, I really am just a fan and I'm one of millions. And it's like, oh, I don't even know this girl. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, oh, I'm just a fan. Okay, cool.
I can't relate
And that
to that
depresses
feeling.
me immensely, badly. I'm like, is this a sickness? Is this a mental illness? What is this called?
See, I feel like I have a mental illness that I don't feel that way about somebody. That I don't feel like I'm like a huge fan of somebody that I'm like.
No, I think it's more rare to be like an obsessive fan the way I am, as
No, but
opposed
that's how
to
people
not.
like grow their career because they have people who are obsessed with them. You know,
And you
like
don't feel that
most
way towards
people.
anybody?
No, I don't feel that way towards anybody.
You feel that way towards Ashley Graham. I know you do. You know what? Like,
Of anybody that I'd have to pick, yes, Ashley Graham, but that's because I just like looked up to her in such a way. But after meeting her, I wouldn't be like, oh, I did meet her. I wasn't like depressed like for the next few days. You know, like that to me is crazy.
no, and it is. Like, I can admit it is very crazy. Like, there's something wrong with me. Like, for sure. Like,
I don't know.
This isn't normal.
Or is there something wrong with me?
No, I think it's no.
We don't know.
I'm actually like
To be determined.
yeah. But Macy feels the exact same way. She says the same thing. The last time we went to her concert together, or we saw her at Coachella, and it was like her and all her friends on the like stage together, and me and Macy were like, "Well, this makes me sick to my fucking stomach, fam." Like, please, I shouldn't be in the crowd right now. This is disgusting. That's
How was it? I feel like because you stayed, so obviously it was our cousin and our uncle and that you stayed with. I feel like there's something on our dad's side of the family that they just like know how to host people really well.
Really well. They are the hostesses with the mostesses.
Yeah.
And
I was thinking about that this weekend.
I don't know if I should like put this in there. We can always cut it. But since we were in Tennessee and like whatever, it's people have family who have different political views with them. And we did have different political views of who was going to win the election, whatever. But honestly, they kept it very cute and like chill. Like they weren't like gloating in my face, like you know what I'm saying, or like shitting on me for like what I believed in. I wasn't shitting on them for what they believed in. We weren't like getting into like arguments. It was kind of like we're just watching the stuff come in and like hearing the updates happening. And like, but no one was like trying to attack each other. It was just kind of like. And the next day when I woke up and the votes came in, they all gave me hugs and they're like, we understand that you're probably like feeling really upset and like if there's a lot of people that feel the exact same way as you. Half the country does. So it's like, we get that you're sad today and that's okay to feel this way. And it's only 4 years and it's going to,
that's nice that they feel that way. Was there anything that they did like hosting you? Because I am like in this season where I'm obsessed with being the best hostess. Like when people come to stay, when we have dinner parties, like I just want to get better and better every time. So I wanted to ask you that.
We made homemade pizza because they have a little pizza oven.
Cute.
So that was I really loved that. And then in the morning, Uncle Mike made me like a latte, and it like ground up the beans, put it in the thing.
Weird.
I don't know
the coffee machine that I've been wanting to get for so long.
But I don't know what the hell was in that coffee because it had one latte, had me wired from like 9 a.m. through the Billie Eilish concert because I thought I was gonna have to drink like a little Alani, like get hyped up before going to the concert. No, I was like on one that entire day.
Weird.
From that one latte, I'm like, and usually coffee doesn't even like affect me that much. I have to drink an Alani Nu to like really
get going,
get in there.
This is something that I've been trying to do when I host people. And I think I learned this from probably one of our aunts or uncles, but I feel like your morning routine, whether you're at home or traveling, is like something that you like want to keep. So a question that I always ask people when they come to like stay with me is I always text them before and I'll ask them like, what's your morning drink?
Oh yeah.
Like, do you like to have a coffee? What kind of creamer do you like to have? Like maybe you're a diet, like a Dr. Pepper person. Like I think those like little details, like when you have people over, because I feel like a lot of us are coming into the age, right, where you're like,
me. She was like, what kind of drinks do you like in the house? Like what kind of snacks?
Yeah, that's like the best thing.
Like, sparkling water, please.
I think too, like having out a like snack basket on the counter is really nice when you're traveling because families
or like
and
in
friends,
their room.
Yeah, you eat different. Like you like have different kinds of eating schedules. And the worst thing ever, and I've been in the position where you're like staying with somebody and they don't eat enough.
Or they never eat. You're like, when are we gonna like
when's the next
have a
meal?
Snack?
Like when are we gonna eat? And I'm like, that's like my worst fear is like having somebody stay at my house and be hungry.
Bruh. When
like,
I would travel with Michaela all the time, and like any trip we've been on, she'll open her suitcase. One whole side is like snacks galore. It's like protein bars, like trail mix, like beef jerky, like literally like so many snacks. I'm like, why? She's like, I had one trip where I went with this girl. Their family did not fucking eat. Like, I swear to God, we had like one meal the entire trip. And she's like, that scarred me for life. I will never go anywhere without like at least like a snack.
She's like DIY snack basket.
Yes.
No, that's smart.
Like, no, I respect the hell out of that.
No, I also like when like when people come to the house like for the first time, like normally for some reason people fly in at night. I love like in their room, don't have the big light on, like just have the lamps on and a candle going, and obviously like clean towels, clean sheets, all those kind of things.
Well, now that we get so much PR, now that we both have like PR overflow, like drawers of stuff we're not using, it's so cute and fun to like set out like little gifts on their bed for when they get there, so they feel special. Yeah. So I remember Aunt Polly used to do that for us all the time, and Aunt Ellen when we would come to their house.
And you remember it. Yes. You do remember, like, you know, the people in your life, and the holidays are coming up. So I feel like it's now that we need to like hone in on our hosting skills. Because
Lock in, girls.
Lock
Lock in for
in.
your family and for your friends, because being a good hostess is also, it's a good feeling.
yeah, it's like that. This is like so cheesy.
It makes you feel homey.
It makes you feel homey. It's like that quote where people say, it's not about like what you look like or what you accomplish. It's like how you make people feel. I live by that. I really do, unfortunately.
Also, this was kind of a weird little glitch in the Matrix. So when I was in Nashville for the Billy concert, Stella, because she's kind of like an only child vibe right now. Like all of her like siblings or half siblings are grown
Older.
up. Yeah, and so she's like young, is the only kid that lives there. They have so many animals. She has like 2 lizards, like whatever. She has a bunny. Okay, she showed me the bunny. Literally looks just like Wolfie, like same coloring as Wolfie, same eye color. She goes, oh yeah, he has like a little like eye infection. We had to bring him to the vet. The same eye as Wolfie has an eye infection at the same time. And they look alike. I was like, when she pulled him out, I'm like, oh my God, he reminds me so much of Wolfie. But every animal reminds me of Wolfie. Like any alive animal, I'm like, oh, it looks just like Wolfie. I'll see a squirrel. Oh, it looks like Wolfie. Like, I don't know what that's all about. But he had the same little blue eyes and an eye infection. Isn't that crazy?
That is weird.
Right.
I feel like it's weird how me and you also, like me and Gabi would be in college, not living together, and we would FaceTime each other, and we would have like big pimples on our face in the exact same spot.
It still happens to this day.
It's so weird. I'm like,
It is weird. And it's at the same time. I don't know. I think
we're
That's our, like,
connected.
twin telepathy.
Yeah, twin telepathy for sure.
I think this episode's kind of boring.
I think the universal story was good.
No, I was about to say, I think the universal story got us off to a horrible start.
No, I think people who
a
haven't
20-minute story.
people who haven't heard it will think it's funny.
I think we might have to cut it and put it in the middle of the episode.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, is there anything else happened to you?
Wait, one more thing. So in the mail this week, I got this new perfume from Merit, and it's like, I've gotten so many compliments.
It smells so good.
I've gotten so many compliments on it. And Merit is like a
makeup brand.
brands. Okay, so I think this is one of their first perfumes. I take it out and I'm like letting everybody smell it, and Emma goes, this is like a bisexual perfume." And me and Zelton were like, "What did you just say?" She's like, like boys and girls can wear like bisexual perfume. Like, you mean unisex perfume? She's like, yeah, same thing. I'm like, no, not the same thing. I thought you were saying like bisexuals would wear this perfume. Like bisexual people would wear this perfume.
No, this is because this is the thing. For some reason, the word unisex, it cannot ever come to my brain. Like I cannot think of it. The word bisexual rolls off the tongue. Like it just is like, it makes sense. So in my head, when I smell a unisex perfume, I'm like, bisexual makes sense. I'm like, oh, like everybody can wear it.
Have you seen the What Would You Do show? And it's like that clip of the girl and like they're like the server, someone's like being rude to this guy who's like gay or whatever, and the girl comes over and she's like, "You're bi. You're bi." She keeps saying that. I've never seen that clip. That's Emma.
You're bi.
So the perfume. You're bi. You're bi.
That's me to Gabi. When I was
You're
like,
bi.
last week, I was like, Gabi, do you like girls? People keep asking me that. You're like, well.
That's Emma's favorite fucking question. She's like, okay, Gabi, number one, sing on the podcast right here, right now. Gabi, do you have a girlfriend?
No, not girlfriend. Do you like girls?
I like Billie Eilish.
That's not an answer.
Billie Eilish is a girl, and I like Billie Eilish, but it's like
Would you date
girls
a
on
girl?
the. I would date Billie Eilish.
But no other woman.
Not as of right now. No.
Okay. Okay. That's your answer. Gabi, you're not bi.
Gabi, you're bi.
I want to see that clip now. Okay, well, you guys let me know in the comments, what are your favorite bisexual perfumes? Mine is Byredo Mojave Ghost.
My favorite is I don't know if it's called By the Fire. No, Jazz. The Jazz one by Replica. That's my favorite bisexual perfume, and I will keep wearing it.
Also, the new Merit perfume is bisexual.
No,
but
it's not. That's a woman perfume. I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's my new signature scent. So if you guys want to smell like me, I just decided this like yesterday when I bought the perfume. I've always wanted to have a signature scent. I want people to hug me and say, "Oh, you smell like Emma."
Good. No, since I have been wearing that, I've literally gotten like 3 separate people being like, "Oh my God, you smell so good."
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, this is great. This is really affirming that it should be my signature scent.
Yeah, I don't think I have too many perfumes to have a signature scent. I'm like, I can't
mix it up.
Sorry. Should we talk about what happened in media this week?
We already kind of did.
No, I haven't.
First, we need to do what makes us sick to our stomach, fam.
I thought media came first, but okay. What makes me sick to my stomach, fam? Donald Trump. What makes you sick to your stomach, Emma?
Well, that's
last week made me sick to my stomach. Like,
yeah, the whole
actually,
week.
bro.
I stayed in bed after the election day. I was
Literally,
like
I'm
in
just
bed all
kill
day.
the fucking vibe. I'm like, all right, go ahead and ruin my fucking week. Ruin the next 4 years of my life. Okay, cool.
And now I have to just like go on like
it was like
happened.
women all over the country.
I'm
like,
so I think this last week Gabi said that I talk like I'm AI generated.
it really got to her, guys.
And then also when I said that I hyperfixate on food, you guys in the comments were like, I think you
And we have some diagnoses for you.
Yeah, everybody's been diagnosing me. They're like, I think you're neurodivergent.
OCD. No, it's because of the OCD anxiety stories I was telling about you.
But like I don't know what I am. But then this week when I was like,
you're bi.
Wait, you have to say all mine.
Hey,
you have autism.
you're acoustic.
You have OCD.
You have it. Hey,
those are not
you
things.
have anxiety.
There's not things to joke
Emma's
about.
like, I have symptoms of anxiety, but I don't have anxiety.
That's literally me. My dad was talking about his brother, and he was like, "Yeah, he always would like be really depressed." And I told him like, "Hey, I think you have depression." He's like, "No. I have symptoms of depression,
I don't have depression,
but I'm not depressed."
I feel like I have crazy
That's me.
pit stains right now.
That's okay. Everybody sweats. But I say all of that because when I was trying to figure out, like, what are some things that make me sick to my stomach? I had to Google it. I couldn't think of any things. And I'm like, do I have a problem?
Emma.
But this is what they said on Google. This is what was AI generated to me.
Okay.
From Google. And I did relate to it. It says when everybody's laughing and they won't tell you like what they're laughing about.
Okay. Oh my God.
Do you know that feeling? Because it's honestly the worst feeling. I don't know if that goes under a sick to my stomach.
I can't with you anymore. I literally can't. Emma says like the most like human experience
stop. You're
that
making me so embarrassed.
every single person,
my face is getting red.
Every single person has felt ever in their life, and she's like,
Stop looking at me. Stop
she's
looking
like,
at me.
like, listen to this unique
I will say-
experience that nobody else has ever experienced.
I do need to say this. And I need to know if anybody else has experienced this. I feel like as I've gotten older, I get embarrassed way more.
Really?
Yes, like I'll be talking to like a person at a store, like helping me like check out or whatever, and they keep making a lot of eye contact. It makes me feel embarrassed. Like my face will get red.
I feel the opposite. I used to get embarrassed a lot when I was young, and then the older I get, the less embarrassed. I
Yeah,
get.
when I was young, nothing would make me feel embarrassed. Like this girl, I was shopping at Sephora and she followed me and she was like, "Oh my gosh, like I follow you." And so I'm like, okay, we're like talking, making normal conversation. I didn't do anything embarrassing, but as the conversation is going on, I can feel my face getting redder and redder.
Why?
I don't know, and I can't help it. And then I can tell in her eyes, like as she's talking to me, like she's looking at my face, like why is she getting embarrassed?
and you like, can't help it. Like
I can't help it,
yeah.
and I just am like, is there anything I can do to make it stop? You know, because once my face starts getting red, then it's done for.
There ain't no turning back.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But that's it. I don't have anything.
Ask ChatGPT. They'll give you an answer.
Let me get my AI generated answer on how I can stop being embarrassed. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't a good one. You didn't think that makes you sick to your stomach?
No.
Maybe next week, guys. Maybe next week I'll get a good one. Wait,
Emma,
no.
dig deeper, bruh.
How about this? Hey guys,
Dig deeper.
how about you guys DM me things that make you sick to your stomach, and then I'll pretend like
No.
they're mine.
See, that's cheating. That's called cheating. This is supposed to be specific to you. You can't Google. You know what I mean? Like that's cheating.
I am like a really big rule follower, but I would cheat in school. I need to be honest.
Ooh. Like what?
I have to come clean. I have to come clean.
What were you expecting? Like, oh my God, you're going to jail.
Did you cheat in school?
Yes, of course. Emma,
Everybody does that.
Everybody. Like, this is what I'm saying. Gosh. You're hilarious sometimes. Oh. Why don't you go ahead and tell the people what you told me earlier about the comment you got about your fan? Oh yeah, let's share with the class. Go ahead.
I should have found the DM. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
Somebody
You know which
messaged
one.
me and pretty much was like, "You're the star."
She said, "Don't let Gabi be mean to you. We can all tell who the real star is here." What was it word for word?
Pretty much that I'm the real star, and don't let Gabi talk down to you anymore. Don't make her feel like you're AI generated, because truly you are the star. And you know what? Whatever your name is out there, Cynthia or something. Thank you. I needed that. I needed to feel like I was the star for once.
Emma, don't even get me started, bruh. Don't get me started right now. I needed to feel like I was the star for once.
Yeah?
Emma.
You keep saying,
Be for real.
You keep saying, I'm not good at podcasting.
No one said that. All I said was your answer sounded AI generated.
And then I tried to say something about it makes me sick to my stomach, and you say, that's
Well,
not
because
good
you're
enough.
not.
It's never good enough.
Because you're like, I think you're coming at it all wrong. It's supposed to be specific to you. You're saying the most general answer that you could possibly come up with.
I had to go to Google. It might be acoustic.
Yeah, it's okay. Next week we're gonna dig deeper.
Yeah, we'll come back even stronger next week.
You say that literally every single week.
Maybe next week. Maybe tomorrow I'll be better at this. But okay, what happened this week in media besides the election? Anything crazy? Oh, we should talk about the Zach Bryan.
Okay. Okay, you talk about that first because I've been talking about Billie Eilish a lot, and I have another Billie Eilish story.
Okay. But I just asked you, so you should start.
Okay. Are you guys tired of me talking about Billie Eilish yet? Anyway, so this didn't happen this week, but I thought since last week I did like kind of like a pop culture song explanation lore of like these two people. I thought I would keep that going because I stumbled upon I remembered another kind of lore that I don't know if a lot of people know unless you're like a big Billie Eilish fan.
Okay.
Are you ready? So
Tell me. I'm learning.
her newest album,
You're the teacher. I'm the
her
student.
Grammy nominated new album, Hit Me Hard and Soft, has a song on it called Wildflower, which I know that you have heard before.
Why don't you sing it?
Like,
No, actually, can you sing it first? Like just like hum it.
I don't remember. I can't remember.
Oh, you're
Wait,
such
hold
a
on,
big
hold on, hold
fan,
on.
and you can't even. It's like when somebody's like, "I loved it. They're my favorite artist." Name a song.
Name one song.
Name
by
one song
Billie
that they
Eilish.
sing.
This one.
You have to sing it so we don't
Emma,
get
I don't
copyrighted.
know how it goes. I can't remember right now. Things fall apart. Time breaks your heart. Whatever. Okay. The song Wildflower. So let me give you some background really
I've never
quick.
heard it, to be honest.
Yes, you have. If I played the whole thing, you would know it.
One doesn't mean
Yes. Different from me. Yes. Happy.
Is
and
it the
free.
song? I'll be in denial
No.
for at
No.
least a little while. Different song. Okay.
Different song.
Wildflower.
Oh my God. Okay. So Billie Eilish dated. Actually, no. Let me start from the beginning. Devin Lee Carlson,
Who
owns the brand Wildflower
Wildflower Cases.
Wildflower Cases. She owns it with her sister. Okay.
Okay.
Just like us, Emma. Just like us, business women who are sisters.
We own nothing together.
This podcast we own
Okay.
together. Anyway, they're sisters. They own a brand called Wildflower Cases. I actually have one on right now, but you can't see it because my little sticky thing is over it. But a very like everybody has Wildflower Cases. Okay.
Everybody wants one.
Devin, one of the sisters, dated Jesse Rutherford, who is lead singer of The Neighborhood. Okay. They dated for like 10 years or something crazy. Long-term relationship. They break up. Jesse starts dating Billie Eilish soon after that they break up.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Is this the guy that was way older than Billie Eilish?
Yes. He was like 10 years older than
And
her
people
or
were
something.
saying that he was like abusive a little bit.
Not abusive, but just like groomed her because she like loved The Neighborhood growing up. Like she went to their concert when she was 13.
It was like known publicly that she
She was like loved
heavily
The Neighborhood.
influenced by them.
Yes.
Okay.
And she was like very young, whatever. So they start dating. And Billy and Devin used to be friends. So the song Wildflower is all about how it's kind of like how she broke girl code and how she feels kind of guilty. She's like, I see her in the back of my mind all the time. I would never ask you. Yeah, I would never ask you who was better.
All the time.
Yes.
Okay, I know the song now.
Like a fever, like I'm burning alive all the time. And it's like, oh, did I cross the line? Like, is this messed up? It's kind of just like breaking girl code, whatever. So she feels guilty about it because it's like they kind of ran in the same circle. I'm not sure if they were ever like really good friends, but like
they knew of each other.
Yeah, right. But then Billy and Jesse end up breaking up, and then Devin and Billy are like really close now, and like they were spotted out like going to a Halloween party together, and so like it was this whole thing.
So people are saying that they're cool now.
Yeah,
girl code is back.
Yes,
it's mended.
But it's such a true song of like real life like things that like, oh, is this fucked up that I'm dating this guy that's like I'm not really friends with this girl, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, did I cross the line?
I do think though that
up?
people that were in Billie Eilish's spot though, like if you're like idol, like celebrity idol for your whole childhood wants to date you,
right, you're gonna go for it.
But I think she probably realized through the experience like it wasn't what it cracked up to be. Obviously,
I think that whole album was definitely about him. It was like, yeah, like it was so mediocre. Like what it is?
Yeah, what was the point of it? Yeah. So she probably learned a good life lesson through that. I'm pretty sure we've been.
Did you know that story?
No, I didn't know that story, but I do know Devin Lee Carlson in the Wildflower case that she owns that.
Mm-hmm.
They were at that event that we went to for
Summer Fridays.
No, it wasn't Summer Fridays. It was the Pamela Anderson Frankie's Bikinis event.
Yes.
They were
they're
there.
such like it girls. And you know what some people say? It's like Jesse Rutherford because he's a performer and he's part of a band. People are like, he has to see like all of the Wildflower cases like in his face all the time because everybody's always holding their phone up recording. It's like she'll haunt you forever.
Yeah,
you have to see those cases in your phone, in your face.
It's the best kind of revenge ever. Actually, remember at the Frankie's Bikinis event, this is a very me and Gabi type of story. So we get invited to the Frankie Bikinis Pamela Anderson launch party.
No idea how you got invited to this. We're like, this has such cool people here. Addison Rae was there, like so many.
What's crazy is we didn't even know if we were gonna go, and I'm like, you know what? This is business. Like we need to just show face.
I really wanted to go. You were like, I'm like, bro, it's fucking Frankie's Bikinis. Like we have to go.
We should just go for a little bit. So we ended up going. We walk into the room. It's at this like chateau place that apparently is like
Chateau Marmont.
Yeah, iconic in LA. I didn't know that. I wasn't up on that. So we get there, we walk in, and it's like Addison Rae's like on the couch, like talking to I don't know who. But it was like
Pamela Anderson.
Literally like Pamela Anderson.
What's going on?
And me and Gabi were looking at each other like, I don't think we're supposed to be here. like how did we get invited? So I'm like, well, I need to go to the bathroom. So it almost looks like a house. Like it's like a living.
Is so embarrassing.
I know. It was like a living room, and then you like go up into this like little kitchen looking area, and there was like a line for the bathroom. So we're waiting in line, we're talking, and we're like, oh my gosh.
Everybody is gorgeous model. Like gorgeous.
It kind of feels like a house party because of the setting. It feels like it's like very intimate. It was very intimate. So we're in line. Well, there was like a door in the kitchen to another room. The door like swings open, and I was standing super close to the door. So when I turned to see like who was coming through the door, I was like smacked like with their face in my face. And this girl's like, oh my gosh, like thank you for coming. Like gives me a big hug.
She doesn't have an accent.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't have an accent.
She doesn't have an accent.
In my head in the moment she had an accent.
She doesn't. I can 100% say she does not have an accent.
Okay, she hugs me. This is how I remember it. Okay. So she hugs me, and I'm like looking at her face like, okay, this girl clearly knows me, but I do not know who she is. I can't figure it. I cannot
place it.
And
she had said like, oh my God, it's so good to see you. And when someone says that, it's like, okay, I'm not meeting you for the first time. Like we must know each other from somewhere else. She was like, so good to see you. Thank you for coming. Like whatever.
Yeah. Or no, she just had something like, thank you. Or she didn't say thank you for coming. It was just like, I'm so happy to see you here.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy you're here or something, okay? So it's like, it could have been a friend or anybody. And I'm just like...
I can totally tell by Emma's face, she has no idea who she's talking to. She doesn't recognize this girl.
I'm like trying to play it off because my brain is like spinning. Like who is she? Where is she from? So I'm trying to like be in the interaction, but I'm clearly not. Like you can tell that I don't know who she is. Like I'm like,
you were like,
oh my gosh.
Hey.
Like, hi. Like, you know, when somebody doesn't remember you.
Yeah.
And She walks away, whatever. Gabi pulls me in close. She goes, Emma, that's Frankie. That's Frankie.
Francesca,
Who
of
owns
Frankie's bikinis.
Who owns-
That is Frankie.
who
Like-
owns Frankie's bikinis. And I'm like, oh, really?
She goes, oh.
I'm like, of course that's what happened. So the whole rest of the event, I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. Like, this is so embarrassing. I ruined my moment to meet her. Like, I could have really like hammed it up. No, I'm acting like, who are you? So
You're
we
like,
go downstairs
"Hey."
and we meet another girl who ends up like had been working. She worked for the team and she was the one who invited us. She was like a curvy girl and she was a few drinks in and she's like, Gabi, Emma, like, hey. And we're
That's
like,
our girl now.
yeah, and now we're like besties. She came to our Galentine's event this
Yeah.
year at our house or our little party. But we meet her
Love her
and
back.
I'm like, dude, listen to what just happened. Like, I totally ruined it. Like, Francesca like said hi to me. I'm so embarrassed. Like, I acted like I didn't know who she was because I didn't in the moment. It was just like a whole thing. And she's like, oh my gosh, like, no, don't worry about it. So we ended up like being outside by the pool and this girl that worked for the team that was the one who invited us.
Bruh. And as we're out there, it's like Father Kels, like Luca from Grownish, like literally everybody. I'm like, where the fuck are we right now? Sydney Lee Carlson, Devin Lee Carlson,
All
I'm
just like hanging
oh
out
my god,
casually.
I'm
Pamela
like,
Anderson
oh
comes
my
out with the
God.
cake.
Literally, Pamela Anderson. I'm like, what are we doing here?
But she calls like Francesca back over and she's like, and kind of like reintroduces us. And I don't know what I said. I said something like,
Stassi baby was there too.
yeah, I don't know what I said to her, but I'm like, oh my gosh, like so sorry earlier when you said hi. I was like so flustered. I didn't even realize.
She probably didn't even remember.
Yeah, but
probably
she was like, no, it's fine. And we ended up like talking for a long time. So crisis was averted. But
Yeah.
I was just like, how embarrassing. Like this girl who owns the company. I'm at her party. She says hi to me and I'm like, who are you?
And who are you again? Yeah.
But good to know. So I have been in the same room as Devin Lee Carlson.
Yeah. But every single time I start talking about them, she's like, who? I'm like, Emma. I have told you about this
I think I know
sister
now.
duo
I think I know now.
10 times.
Yeah.
I have to be like, the girls who own Wildflower. And she's like, oh, yes.
I got them. I
Yes,
got
yes,
them.
yes.
We love that Gabi is educating us on all things.
All things Los Angeles, it girls, pop culture. Like,
Keep
I'm
it
in
coming.
there.
Next
I'm in
week-
there.
Next week we need another lesson. Okay.
That's actually my like one of my favorite hobbies is like spotting the random like niche micro internet celebrities. I'm like, Father Kels, how was your mukbang that you ordered Dave's Hot Chicken yesterday? It looked really good. Like,
I have no idea who Father Kels is.
oh, exactly. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's okay.
That's how we balance.
And
each
you
other
don't
out.
need to know. Is the
Okay,
thing.
but what I do know about is it's been all over the internet this week is Brianna Chickenfry's. Brianna? Brie?
Brie,
I don't know.
yeah.
She like came out on her podcast. I'm sure you've all seen it or seen clips of it of her breakup with Zach Bryan and what actually
The
went
smallest
down.
man in the world
Literally,
that
what
ever lived.
actually went down between them and the relationship.
Literally cray.
I feel so bad for her. She's gonna be like,
Mm.
I feel like she's gonna be traumatized for life.
Well, no, I think that people are, like now that she told that whole story, respect the hell out of her and are gonna like ride for her 10 times harder. She already had like she's kind of getting a little bit of hate on the internet. She always has, but I think people now are gonna be like, oh wow, like
Well, what's crazy is her hate started when she started dating Zach Bryan, and like
Right.
I think we all
and now
know.
she explained it like of what I was
well,
going
because her and
through.
her best friend Grace like had a falling out, and come to find out it was
It's
because of
because-
him.
right.
And I think it's so relatable.
Yeah,
for people
everybody's
watching,
had a friend with a terrible boyfriend. Everybody's had a terrible boyfriend, so it's like
who
it's
changes
very
them.
yeah a relatable experience.
The thing that's not relatable though is her being offered $12 million to sign an NDA.
Hey, she better than me. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Gabby would have been like, "Where do I sign?"
Yeah. That's but Tana Mojo or whatever I don't know how to say her last name.
Yeah.
She came out with a video saying like 'cause she's been in some crazy situations and she's been in this game for a while and like dated some crazy people and she's like, you guys don't understand. She would have never seen that $12 million. Like she would have been being paid out for the rest of her life, like small, tiny sums of the money. And it's like, if you ever slip up or say something you're not supposed to say or like whatever, they can be like, oh no, we're not paying you. So it's like, it could all be for nothing. So she definitely like made the right decision for sure.
But what's crazy is I feel like I just am so surprised that she decided not to sign it, not even for the money, but I feel like when you're in that mindset, even though you know your partner is like the worst, you still feel this like sense of loyalty to protect them a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're still in it. So like for her to have the clarity to be like, I'm not signing this.
Right.
That's, I'm like, good for you, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you, girl. You got
Got
on the show.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm like,
but I'm happy that she was able to tell her story.
There was a girl on TikTok who was like, fuck, like I signed the NDA for free. Fuck. Like it was that she was probably one of Zach Bryan's ex. She's like, and I signed it for free.
She's like, I could be having $12 million right now. Dating is a wild world.
I signed that shit for free. Dating in Los Angeles, dating famous people, no, that's a crazy world. It's like there's probably so many Zach Bryans out there, and somebody was like, this is literally like changing the game of like for years to come of people in these relationships of dating famous guys, and they feel like they own you and they can make you whatever you want, and they can shut you up with money and they can do whatever to you. And she's like, no, like I was somebody before dating you, and I'm gonna be somebody after dating you, and you don't get to just shut me up with money. I don't want your money. Like it's kind of like revolutionary in a way of like these men have been able to do whatever they wanted whenever they wanted for years, and it's like now it's like, oh no, it's our time. Not gonna sign that. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell people what happened too. So
yeah,
you can't just do whatever you want.
His team is probably
shitting their damn
shaking
pants.
in their boots right now, trying to figure out
in their boots,
shaking in their cowboy boots.
No, literally
trying to figure out how do we come back from this, because everybody was like, I'm deleting his music off my phone. I'm never streaming his music ever again.
And as they should.
Yeah.
And with his freaking Frankenstein ass shaped head, he's literally like.
I actually have never even seen him. I should look him up.
His head is a literal square.
Really?
Yes.
SpongeBob SquarePants. No, dating is wild. I feel like right now on TikTok, there's so much talk about these creators who have like built a platform off of going on first dates. There's like 3 creators I can like think of. The one that's like most on the forefront right now is Molly Rudder, because she has just kind of like, I feel like we're like, I can't follow what's going on.
We're watching the crash out in 4K right now.
Literally. So
in real time.
What people are saying though, like not just for just her, but in general, they're like, okay, well, these creators have like built a platform on going on these dates, and most of them like don't show any content at the date, which I feel like is respectable. Like you shouldn't be showing people on the
my first date, first time I ever met you. Let me vlog this real quick.
Yeah, that's weird. You're never gonna get a second date. But people are saying, okay, they've never shown the dates. Like, are these people first off actually going on the dates? And even if they are,
everybody's like, this is a lie. Like, you guys don't realize, like, they're not even going on dates. Like, this is all for the views. Like, they're making up these stories.
Yeah, and
that's what a lot of people are saying.
They're saying they get back in the car after, and they're like, the date was good, but like he was like, they kind of say vague things. Like he's kind of weird, whatever. What people don't realize though is majority of these influencers, like when you get a brand deal, and they're like, okay, pretend like they'll be
they're like they pitch you an idea of like their creative concept of what they want for the video, and it's like, okay, make it like you're getting ready for a date night, you're going on a date night, or you're doing a whatever date with the girls. It's like, if it's a paid thing, obviously you can fake it, whatever. But I'm like, just do that out of your own will.
But what I'm telling the people who aren't in this industry, for if it is a brand deal and it's a girl saying, oh my gosh, I'm about to go on a date, like what shoes should I wear? Like I'm trying out this new makeup, like
that
I'm so
shit
nervous.
Ain't real.
She's recorded that probably 3 weeks prior. Could she be going on a date? Possibly.
No.
But probably not, because it's like you have a deadline of when you need to turn things in. For example, I just did a shoe campaign, and they wanted the concept that we agreed upon was getting ready for Friendsgiving. Am I hosting a real Friendsgiving in a week from now? Yes. But they wanted me to go live with the content today. So what did I do? I like set up a little table acting as if Friendsgiving was happening like tonight. And I like had to film the video as if it was happening.
Right.
It's like, yeah, it is kind of like lying a little bit.
You lie to your followers?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is I'm like, it's very
canceled.
normal.
Emma Arletta's canceled. You heard it here first.
I don't know. What I'm saying is these people that they're saying they're going on dates, and maybe they are, maybe they aren't. It's nothing new. Like people are acting like they're clocking something. Like we finally got them. They're lying to us.
No.
I'm like, no. So many creators,
but it's
post
different
videos.
when you're doing that not as a brand deal. Nobody's telling you to do that. You're just doing it for like coming up with a whole story. I guess like.
But that's the thing. We
I
don't
don't
know
know,
if
that
they're
feels
actually
different.
not going on the dates. I think I'm going to believe that they actually are going on the dates. If it's a brand deal, maybe I can understand like why they would like, maybe it's
Fake
not
it.
the actual night they're going on the date. It's like they're getting ready. But what people are
But things
saying
are
is
faked
this.
for content all the time, way more than people like realize.
Yeah.
Like there's like the outfit videos I do in my thing of like getting ready. I don't leave the house in those outfits. Like I'm literally putting my camera up, filming,
Yeah.
taking it off, filming in another outfit, in another outfit. Like I'm rarely am I like
Putting it on.
leaving right then and there. Like maybe I'll wear that outfit another day, but like right then and there, that time that I'm recording, I'm not
Yeah.
leaving the house.
No, for sure. But what people are saying is this. They're saying, okay, well, if you've built a platform off of going on first dates, and this is why you've gained your following off of this, people are saying, why would you want to stop that content? Why would you want to start going on a date with just one person and then be in a relationship? Because maybe these creators feel like, well, what if I stop dating? Am I still going to be making money? Like if this is my whole living, it is a fear. Even if like I feel like from the outside looking in, I'm like, no, you're probably gonna do even better when you get into a relationship because people love to see love.
They're scared they're
But
gonna like fall off.
but yeah, but I think as the creator who hasn't gone into that territory yet to see what it's like to post a relationship, I think they probably do have the fear of like, wait. So people are saying like, do you even want a relationship? Like it's just this whole discourse because there's multiple creators who in the last few months have like popped off of this
Off of going on first dates.
yeah. Like there's this guy who he's like he's like I'm going to London today for a first date, and he shows his vlog of like traveling to his first date, and he always brings flowers. Like it's like this whole thing, and everybody's like,
People think he's faking.
I don't know. People are saying like he's one of the creators included in the conversation where people are saying he could be faking it, but he also seems like so nice and so normal, and it's like, dude, like what's the disconnect here? You know, like are you dating the wrong girls? Like I don't know. I just like I want him to find love. I do.
And we're so back. We're so back. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys.
If you're watching on video, our video cut out for a second, but that's okay. We're back. But I wanted to say this. Speaking of like the dating thing, I feel like since being in a relationship, when a girl posts, or even a guy, and they've like
it's more obvious when it's a girl.
it's more obvious when it's a girl, but if it's like somebody has been in a relationship and then all of a sudden they start posting a certain type of way, I'm like, oh, they're single. Like
No,
they'll
it's like they
post-
start posting on their story. It's like they
start-
actually start like
They start posting on their
posting
story,
pictures.
or it's like a girl. She's like taking a mirror selfie, and you can tell she's like trying to like stick
I'm
her
like,
butt out a little bit.
oh, you're
And then I
single.
go to their page, and I'm like, oh, so you erased all the photos of you and your boyfriend.
You can clock it immediately, just from a
Immediately.
story, just from one frame of a story. You're like, oh, yep. And what happened? I want to slide up right then and there. What happened? Like
Yeah.
what? Tell me that.
No, I'm like, get back out there, girl. Get back out there, girl. Don't let him bring you down.
I'm literally such a nosy person. I'm like, okay, if you guys broke up, all the pictures are deleted. Like, just like post a story and tell us what happened. Like,
Story time.
don't leave us hanging. Like, did he cheat? Like, what's
The-
the deed?
The funny thing is, a lot of girls will say this online that they'll be like dating a guy, and they'll be like, okay, can you like please post me, right? I think it's always a thing. Like, when is the boyfriend gonna post the girlfriend? And they're always trying to pressure him, and the guy will always use the excuse like, I'm just private. Like I'm a private person. The minute that man gets out of the relationship, he's like, hey boys, come with me to the gym today. Like we're going to lift. Like puts the phone up. He's like bench pressing. Like he's showing every move on his story. I'm like, oh, he's single now.
The private person in question.
Yeah. It's wild to me.
I also saw this TikTok and this girl was like, I can always tell when my bestie has a crush. Like she be posting on her story all the time. Like she just posts in a certain way. Like I know she has a crush. But she's trying to entertain in
The best
in
is
her
when
stories.
you're like when you're in a close friends and a girl posts like a sexy selfie and you're like, oh, you're just doing that to like because you added some guy to your close friends and you want him to see it, but you like have everybody else still in there. Have you ever been in that
I
situation
never
before?
experienced that.
I'm always like, oh, you're posting that because you want somebody to see this. That's not me. And I'm like, okay, but I'll be here for it. You look good, girl. You look good.
You're like, you slid up. Has he viewed it yet?
Did he heart it? Did he heart the story yet?
Has he viewed it yet? Okay, he's already seen it. You can take it down now, girl. Don't even worry.
You can take it down. It's just me and him in here.
Yeah, it's okay. In that case, I would make a private story, add that one singular person I want to see it.
Somebody said though that you can like tell or something if they're like if you're the only one in there. I don't know. I feel like because I'm kind of out of the dating scene, I'm not like up on all those kind of things. But
Yeah.
that's your job. You need to be up on
I
it.
don't know. I'm not. I don't
I
have
feel
any
like you-
crushes at the moment. Oh my god! Like life really is so boring and not worth living when you don't have a crush. I'm like, That's how I feel when I don't have a crush.
Well, guys,
To entertain on the internet. I'm
who
like,
out there is going to be Gabby's next crush?
yeah.
Who wants to be my sister's?
Applications are open. That's all.
Tell
I'll
him.
say. What?
You're bi.
You're bi. Hey.
You're bi. Okay, I think you should get into the end of the episode. My favorite part of every episode. Sibling stories.
Sibling quarrels. And yes, we will be taking a side, okay?
We will be picking.
We will be picking.
Who was right
And who was in the wrong.
and who was wrong.
We love to instigate sibling fights.
You know how the Kardashians, they'll say that like when their season, because everything's delayed, that when the season airs and like they were having a sister fight on the episode,
It like re-gets them mad.
like re-gets them mad.
Yeah.
I'm hoping out there some of you guys like listen back and this is your fight and you get re-mad.
I would like to say, as I'm going through submissions, I'm like, a lot of y'all have the same stories of one of your siblings chasing you with a knife or throwing a knife at you or throwing some type of object at you, breaking a nose, having to get stitches. Like, guys, you guys need to like tone it down and calm down. Like, I've probably read like 6 stories of their like
Same. It's all the same.
like
Like
chasing with a knife. I'm like, oh,
I'm pretty sure Josh has done that at some point.
guys.
Do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start us off.
Okay.
Oh, this one's sad. This one's really sad. We have a similar story too. Okay, my sister threw my hamster in the air thinking it could fly, and it dropped dead on the floor.
She didn't catch it?
No. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong, when we were little, we had a hamster, and Josh locked Sabrina, our cat, in the hamster cage with it.
That's not the story that I was going to...
And there's also, but we had multiple hamsters, and then the other one, he was jumping on the bed with it.
No, he put it on the
I don't
pillow
care.
and he like rolled over on it or something. We should probably cut that out.
R.I.P. Hammy. Okay, your turn.
Wait, okay. I wasn't laughing.
No, that was really freaking sad.
Honestly,
Should
like,
I get a hamster?
there should be... No, there should be... Because Wolfie would probably get after him.
Oh, yeah.
There should be a rule that like children shouldn't have animals unless the
Bruh.
parents are like really watching them.
Bruh, let me tell a story. So our dad was in town this weekend. Wolfie's not an outdoor cat. Okay, let me get that
Preface
straight. He's not an outdoor cat. He doesn't have his front claws, so he can never be an outdoor cat, okay? He can't climb anything. Like, he's very helpless. And there are also outdoor cats in our neighborhood that, like, are mean as fuck. So my dad is laying out in the backyard. I'm, like, in here, like, doing some work on my phone, whatever. It's been, like, 45 minutes. My dad comes in. He's like, I hear him be like, Wolfie! Oh, my God, Wolfie! I'm like, what's going on? He was like, oh my God, I must have left the door open. Wolfie was out there. Wolfie had been outside for 45 minutes. The way he saw Wolfie is because he was crawling back under the fence back into our yard. Who the hell knows where he was or what he was doing? And when he came back in, he had like burrs all over his arms and stuff. I'm like, he was out there for 45 minutes. Like,
What was
he
he
could have
doing?
been gone.
He could be impregnating somebody. Maybe he's gonna
And
have...
he's fixed, bro.
I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna have grandchildren.
That would be awesome. But he's fixed. And I'm like, Dad, and you're done. And you're done.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, I must have left the door open. I'm like, he was acting way too chill about it. I'm like,
So
and
moral of the
Wolfie could have been
story...
gone and done for and eaten by a coyote.
Yeah. Moral of the story, nobody deserves animals. Except for veterinarians
Okay.
who have gone through schooling. They deserve them. Okay, next one.
And me also.
Keep me anonymous. My little sister's loser boyfriend disrespected me and got into a verbal argument with me in the middle of my dad's restaurant in front of my family. The argument was so stupid and dumb, but I wasn't going to let him talk down on me. My sister defended him right there, even though he was way out of line. I walked out, and she never apologized for breaking up the fight and taking his side. This was Super Bowl Sunday 2 years ago, and we haven't hung out or really talked since. Loser boyfriend and her broke up not too long after that, and he kicked her out of his mom's house, which means the boyfriend was living with his mom. But I think they might be back together or something, so no family reunions for me.
I feel like
You-
this
you know who
situation
this is.
happens.
You know who this is?
Really?
Yeah.
Who? Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like this happens all too often. You will get in a fight with your sibling and it's because of pride. No one wants to apologize. No one wants to talk about it. And people will go years without talking to their sibling.
Yeah.
Like, and just sometimes they'll never talk to them again, and it's because of one thing that happened and you don't even remember what it was, and so much time has gone past, no one's apologized, no one's talked, that it's like too far gone to like you know
I
what I'm
wonder
saying?
too if a lot of it stems from
But, like-
an outside person, like a partner, because I do think that brings so much area for
Or money, a lot of sibling things in your adulthood of like inheritance or whatever. That's a big thing too. That
like people's life insurance or something.
Yeah.
Like if a
Yeah,
parent
yeah.
passes away.
yeah.
Uh,
But honestly,
Wait, so who
it's
do-
never too far gone. You can still, while both of you guys have life, you should
I feel like it's like
apologize and
not
get up
as
and over
bad
it.
as a Brianna Chickenfry, but I think it's similar to the fact that like clearly your sister was like in a bad relationship. Like it sounds like this guy's not a very good partner,
Mhm.
and I think you have to let her
Figure
realize
that
it for
out on her own.
herself. Yeah, and maybe give her the space to
But the fact that they
realize
broke up and she never even like went back and been like, "Oh, I was blinded."
Well, she was
sorry."
saying they're like back together, so I think it's like they're on and off. So I think until the sister is fully done with this man, it probably you guys like won't have a normal relationship until she sees like post relationship clarity. You know?
Or
So who do you think is right?
the boyfriend. Wolfie.
Can Sutton? My boyfriend is like throwing the cat toys around.
Wolfie's
Wolfie.
unplugging wires.
Okay, he needs to relax.
Chill, bro.
Okay, what's the next
I want
submission?
to bring him up here so bad.
Just come
Can I
on,
go pick him up?
focus.
Hey, come here. Come up here, Wolfie. His little crusty eye. I did bring him to the vet, and his eye is getting better. I have to put ointment in it 3 times a day. Right after this, I'm going to have to give him some more. Oh, my God. No, this one's so fucked up. This is evil. This is actually, like, evil and sinister. When I was 7, I used to tell my sister I was going to kill her every night before she went to sleep. So evil.
That's it. That's the whole submission.
It, yeah. My question boxes are like really small. People can't really type that much in them.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's not evil. You should go to jail for that, actually. Think about how much like childhood trauma that's causing on that poor little girl. She's like, I have to sleep with one eye open.
Gotta keep an eye out for Celine. Or...
She's like, I gotta keep an eye out for Celine or I can't fully go to sleep.
Yeah, that's wrong. I'm siding with the little sister here. You should never have done that to her. And I hope you are paying for her therapy.
And I hope you're in jail.
Okay, next one. Stop. This is so bad. But when my sister and I were kids, she wouldn't help me with the dishes. And then she disappeared. And I found her in the dryer. And I turned it on. She only went around once. And we laugh about it now. When it happened, our parents didn't believe her because she was telling her parents, like, she turned the dryer on. And their parents like, she didn't do that. Honestly, I'm siding with the sister who turned the dryer on because like you should have done the dishes. I hate doing dishes. Do your chores. Pull your weight.
It's like, oh my God.
Who are you siding with? The
That's
girl.
so scary. You're hiding in the laundry. Your fucking sister closes the door and turns it on.
Okay, but let's be honest for a
no,
second.
That's my
Haven't
worst
you-
That's my worst nightmare.
Really? I've always wanted to know what it felt like to be spun around in there.
I think I've gotten there when I was little.
I think most people have. Like you get
Yeah.
in there, but it's like you don't
But think
turn
about
it
someone
on.
shutting the door. I think I would literally freak the fuck out. Bad.
Yeah. She might have claustrophobia now.
She might have claustrophobic now. Probably.
Okay, Hefties. We love you guys.
Guys, was that a boring episode? Like, you could be honest. Like, you can tell us in the comments. Like,
I
were
feel
you
like
bored?
I wasn't bored.
I feel like energy was low on my side of things. I think I'm just tired.
Well, there's always next week.
Hey, don't
There's
even
al-
worry. We'll be back next week.
Every Wednesday we drop an episode, and we'll see you girls then. Or we'll see you gals then.
Bye, girls.
Hi, Hefties.